Okay, so third grade, remember with contractions, two words put together, used in informal speech. The second word has letters that are left out and an apostrophe is put in the contraction. So let's look over here at these sentences. I'd like you to get out a whiteboard or a piece of scrap paper or something to write with. You can also do it in your head, but I think if you write it down, it'll stick more in your brain. Okay, so sentence number 1. We'll come over after dinner. We'll come over after dinner. Can you find the contraction? First off, we'll come over after dinner. Okay, you should have said this. We'll come over after dinner. What two words make up we'll come over after dinner? Write those words down. What two words make up the contraction we'll come over after dinner? Will. You should have said we will. We will, we'll come over. Remember, when you write the contraction will, we will come over, the W goes away, the I becomes the apostrophe, and then you put your LL. Okay, let's look at sentence number 2. They've got the ball. They've got the ball. Which team has the ball? They've got the ball. First off, find your contraction in that sentence. They've got the ball. You should have said they've. Now, what two words make up the contraction they've? What two words make up the contraction they've? You should have said they have. Now, third grade, this is a common error of third graders. I read a sentence, they've got the ball. They've got the ball. So this is what third graders like to do. They've got the ball. Okay, that's not a word. You have to be a critical thinker and say to yourself, what does that mean, they've got the ball? They have got the ball. That will help you spell your contraction properly. Or they say they've got the ball. They've got the ball. They've got the ball, like shave. So there's the word shave. So they think they've got the ball, and they spell they've got the ball like this. No, that's not a word. You have to think to yourself, they've got the ball. How would I say that properly? They have got the ball. They have. Let's look at sentence number 3. What are the team colors? What are the team colors? I'm not going to spell water. What? Water. What are? I have kids spell words like this. No, these are not real words. What are the team colors? Here's your contraction, water. What two words make up water? What are the team colors? What did you write down? You should have written down or thought in your head, what are the team colors? What are the team colors? What are the team colors? And the very last sentence. You've run that route before. You should do really good with your running. You've run that route before. You've is not spelled like this. Not spelled like this. You've. No, these are not words. You've run that route before. Don't worry about it. You've run it before. What two words, there's your contraction, you've, what two words make up you've? What are you thinking in your head? Which two words make up you've? You should have said, you have. You have is you've. Okay, so this is one part of contractions. Being able to take a contraction and break it down into the two words. Will, we will. They've, they have. What are. You've, you have. The other part of the contractions is being able to take the two words and putting them together properly to spell your contraction. So, for example, if you have to say, I have, I've. How do you properly spell I've? Remember, if you have to say, I've been there before, I've done that before, I have done that before, I've done that before, I, apostrophe, the H is gone, the A becomes the apostrophe, V-E. I've done that before. Okay, right now, they would. They would be over at 6. I want you, right now on your piece of paper or on your dry erase, how would you spell they'd? They would be over at 8. They'd be over at 8. Take a minute. Spell they'd. They would. You should have spelled it T-H-E-Y, no W, no O, no U. The L becomes the apostrophe, D. T-H-E-Y apostrophe D. They'd. How would you spell let us have extra recess, Mrs. D. Let us have extra recess. Please let us have extra recess. Let's have extra recess. Let's have extra recess. How would you spell let's? How would you spell let's? Did you say L-E-T apostrophe S? You should have, because that U becomes the apostrophe, and then we keep the S. One last one. He has. He has a cold. He's got a cold. He's got a cold. He has. How would you spell he's got a cold as a contraction? You should have written that. H-E, no H. The A becomes the apostrophe with an S. Good job, third grade.